YouTube, Alan back for maybe an end of year pickup. What a year. Very, very inactive, but we're still just about hanging in there. Anyway, I've had a couple of packages in the mail. Kind of unusual for this year, but I decided let's end 2014 with a packages and pickups video. Well, I have one more video that I have been meaning to get around to making, and that's kind of an updated tour room, but who knows if I'll actually do that. So, for now we'll say this is the last video, but maybe there might be one more in the works. But anyway, another reason why I wanted to do a package and pickups videos, as I said, I got a couple of bits. One, a package from a fellow YouTuber, which I'm going to do first, and another from, well, I would have said a fellow YouTuber, although I'm not so sure now, he hasn't done a video in a while. But yeah, first one, the trade I did with a YouTuber, was it Darren Connolly? He contacted me last week, or actually probably the week before now, and he had a few bits that he was looking to trade, and I had a few bits, so we sorted some stuff out, and he sent his bits over in the post, and they arrived the other day. So kind of unusual, but not that unusual for me, in that kind of unusual, but not that unusual. That's really stupid. Things never change here, talking nonsense. But anyway, something that I again, it's a game, I don't own a system, it's a CDI game. It looked actually pretty good, so that's why I was interested to get it in the trade, and it is Escape from Cyber City. And the back describes it as the first CD interactive action adventure to utilize full cell animation. Ooh, full cell. Giving the player the feel of starring in a fast action motion picture. So I assume it's some form of FMV type of game. But it looks pretty decent from the back of the box if that comes out. And it's a CDI game. I thought, why not try it? What really confused me about this box though is, being a CD game, when I seen the black side, I assumed it opened like that. But no! The CD goes like that, the title it goes that way. So it opens like that, with the black on top. Very odd in my book. But, oh! I have forgotten. Because I've opened this off camera, there was a note in the package, and it fell out of the game because I kept it. I tend to keep the notes. It's, hi Alan, hope this arrived safely. It did. I've chucked in a few games for you. Nothing great, but thought I'd give them to you. Brucey bonuses. Hope you enjoyed them, and thanks for all the videos, Darren. Well, no need to thank me for all the videos. It should probably these days be thanking, saying, hey, where the hell are the videos? Come on! You keep saying at the end of the video, ah yes, more will be coming. I'll be getting back into it, and then don't. But I appreciate it. So that was the main item. He also mentioned he had an Atari game that I was actually interested in, although we would have probably never known it because I don't believe I've ever said it, and that is Star, or Stargate. So this is a relatively late release Atari game, 1985, and I think this was after the relaunch, you know, after the crash. Well, it pretty much have to be in 85, but it's a really technically impressive game. I can't really describe, well, it's an Atari game, so it's a space shooter. It's got Star in it, of course it does, but really technically impressive. You know, kind of on the levels of early NES nearly. It's that good for a 2600 game. So I've actually always been interested to pick it up, so to get it in a trade, I was very, very happy with. And the kind of the Brucey bonuses. First up is a PlayStation 2 game, and it's a franchise that has just spawned so many games. I actually have the peripherals and all that, so it'll go to good use. It's Guitar Hero 2, and it feels heavy, so yeah, all complete. I actually kind of tend to, I think they do OK manuals to doing this. I can't recall. Maybe not. But anyway, it's Guitar Hero. What's there to say? It's a good fun game. It gets a lot of slack, or you know, these days from, I don't know, being a bit of a guilty pleasure almost, but hey, they're fun. I like them. I mean, my favourite happens to be Lego Rock Band on the 360. I'll play them all. They're all good fun. And then the other Brucey bonus was kind of something a bit out of the ordinary, and it is a Japanese Sega Mega Drive game. What is that? It's World Cup Soccer, so it's Italian 90 as far as we're concerned, which you can obviously tell from the spine there. I love the back, actually. It's got, looks like your man's kicking, the Brazilian guy is kicking an Italian guy in the face. So yeah, that's how you win the football match. Yeah, go Brazil. And there we go. Here's the inside. So, thank you, Darren. That was really nice of you. You did not have to throw those in, but I greatly appreciate it. It's been such a long time since I actually done a YouTube trade that it's almost felt like out of practice in the whole process. But yeah, it was nice to do another one, and you never know, maybe 2015 we'll get back into that sort of swing of things. Now, the other item is a rather large package from one Mr. Ninja Bear Hug. I'm sure you've heard me mention him before. And in fact, I'm sure you've heard me mention his name with regards to the same bloody content, because he is responsible for the majority of my Mega Drive collection, it seems. And here we go. He's responsible for even more of my Mega Drive collection. Definitely not a bad thing. I'm going to have to whip through these, so I'm really not going to stall long, because battery power, not that long, and if I was to talk about them all in depth, I'd just go on forever. So, first one up is the kind of only cardboard box game. It is the Duel. Weird to get a Mega Drive game in a cardboard box. Then we have WrestleMania. Normally I don't go too crazy into sports games, but I don't know, I kind of fancy picking up a wrestling game for the system. I don't know why. A classic, depending on who you ask. Certainly, it's a defining early title, programmed by Yuji Naka. It is Super Thunderblade. Not one of his better efforts in my book, but, you know, not bad. Oh, a divisive game between me and Ninja Bear Hug. We definitely have slightly different opinions, but I wouldn't give it another go, to be fair. And that's James Bond 007, The Duel. I wasn't as taken on the Master System one, but I watched him play a complete playthrough of the Master System 1, and Master System Mega Drive looked very similar, to be fair. I'm at some point I'm going to give this another go. I am. Then we have, I've actually always wanted this game. I don't know why, but maybe it's the title, maybe it's reading it in Mean Machines magazine or something, but always wanted Power Monger. Now I have it. I was super pleased to pick that one up. It feels heavy, yeah. When you know an EA game feels slightly heavy, it's got their chunky ass manual. What's up next? Again, another one that I've wanted, but I suspect it's a terrible game. Sometimes I have these weird tastes, but it's doesn't even start with S. 688 Attack Sub. I wanted this because in Mean Machine magazine's kind of review Bible thing, it was in it, and for some reason it just always stuck in my head. Probably other crap, but there we go. Again, I have to find out. Never even heard of this one before, so I don't know if it's any good. Looks like it's trying to do... Look at the camera, God. Not at the ground. Oh my God, how long has it been since I've done these? Yeah, M1 Abrams Battle Tanks. Looks kind of like it's doing early 3D on a Mega Drive. I suspect that'll be slow frame rate, but it was a cheap pickup. It's all complete. It's actually in nice condition. I don't know if it's any good or not. Guess we'll find out at some point. Maybe myself and Tony will do not playthroughs, but gameplays of some of these. Here is a game that I definitely did want, though. I actually nearly picked this up back in the day. Ooh, piece of plastic just fell off. Damn EA boxes. There's a piece of plastic. Here you go. Lotus 2, or ECS. What does that stand for? Oh, Race Environment Construction System. Oh, I take it you can build racetracks? Can you? Design and save your own tracks with RECS. Choose from the Elan, Esprit and Concept M200 cars. Interesting. That sounds really interesting. But I'm not surprised, because back in the day, EA were doing pretty good racing games, and I had asked for this one Christmas, or was going to pick it up around, for myself one time, and for everything I couldn't get it. So I've always wanted to pick it up, but didn't want to pay much for it. One of those weird things. You know, this game, yes, I want that game, but I don't want to spend money on it. So now I have it. Looking forward to that one. Just keep whipping through. Another early classic, depending on who you ask, Space Harrier 2. I've never been a big Space Harrier fan, but it's a good one to add to the collection. It was just cart only, that one. Well, carton box. Certainly this one is a classic. Love the Master System game. It's more of the same, really. But Lemmings. action puzzle. Yeah, that describes it pretty well. Who hasn't played Lemmings? You know what though? The Master System cover is actually cooler on Lemmings. It just looks so detailed with all the different Lemmings activities. Can I find it? No. I was going to compare. Maybe another day. But Lemmings, it's a great game. I love Lemmings. Another early game. This would have been another super scalar game. Just like Space Harrier. It's G-Lock. And this one got a lot of panning. Character only that one too. You can kind of help in a way, can't you? The original super scalar looks good. Mega Drive 1, certainly the Master System 1, don't really translate as well, but for the cost, I was definitely going to pick it up because it's Sega. I mean, I can't say no to Sega. That's the long and the short of it. Ninja Bear Hook actually asked me, was I going for a complete set? No way, no more complete sets for me. That's for sure. But when you got a Sega offer on, can't say no. And this one, not the best version of this game. That Ultimate is better, but Mortal Kombat 3. Tony loves the Mortal Kombat games, so I'm sure we'll play this at some point. In fact, yeah, 26. Yeah, just a card again. But we've been meaning to do some beat 'em ups and whatnot on the channel because we haven't done too many, kind of one-on-one fighters. So expect to see that. Now I've got to speed up, Alex. We're going too slow. Zoop. It's a puzzle game. This has been everywhere and everywhere. I used to see this all over the place for some reason, but somehow I never got it on the Mega Drive. Now I do. I've only played it, I think, through emulation. It's kind of a strange puzzle game. LHX, I know this is an early 3D kind of chopper game, very slow frame rate, of course, early 3D. But EA weren't afraid to actually try something a bit different to push the system. And again, it feels heavy. It's got the manual. It's EA, you can tell. A later racing game, another motorbike game, Kawasaki Superbike. I've seen this in the shops all over the place back in the day. I don't think it was a massive seller, but everyone was probably going for Road Rash. I mean, if you think Road Rash and Super Hang-On, you kind of had motorbikes pretty covered, so Kawasaki. Oh, I forgot I picked up this one. Oh, we're definitely going to have to do gameplay this at some point. I'm telling you, when me and Tony get down, we're going to have to hook up this and get the recording working again. Another World. Really, really intriguing. Really early cinematic type of game. Very unusual, got Prince of Persia-esque controls, and if you don't know what you're doing, you're going to get screwed. But it's definitely a unique experience. Gunship. Ship, gun, shoot. Done. Actually, that looks like a pretty good game. MiG-29. Another kind of fighting game. But this one is more in your... Actually, is this kind of early 3D? I don't know. It's got the manual and everything. I don't know much about this game other than it's a shooting, flying game, kind of Top Gun stuff. I'll get through them eventually. I have played this one before. Not the best game. Home Alone. Not the best game, but for some reason I kind of like it. I remember Tony bringing it over one Christmas. I don't know, I think you got it lent off a friend and we kind of sat down playing it. Yeah. Certainly not a classic, but again, as I said, one of those strange, cheesy games. Another game I got a soft spot for that's kind of crap is Hard Driving. Another early 3D game. And kind of like proper polygon 3D is what I mean. Poor frame rate. Tries to be a pseudo simulation on a console that just can't handle it, but yeah, I like it. Oh, yeah, we're going to have to do this sometime. Because this includes music by Brian May. It's Rise of the Robots. Everyone knows about this game. It's infamous for its turdiness. And like Shaq Fu, we're going to have to play it and see, does it really live up to it? Because believe it or not, I don't think I've ever played this game. Kind of a slightly obscure title. It's a pseudo, I guess it's a puzzle action game. Zoom, it's called. Yes, there's your 90s character design. You kind of look over a kind of a Klaxex board, but you're moving around like trying to, I don't know, Q-Berty? So hard to describe. Do you ever get punched by a banana, tussle with a mushroom, tumble into a black hole? I do those things all the time, so yeah, I guess. 3D balls. Trying to get in onto the early, they call it the twisted 3D fighting game, because it had spheres and a kind of rotating plane. So it was the closest thing to a Virtua Fighter you'll see on the Mega Drive, because that's what they were trying to go for. Again, interesting, brave attempt. Not sure how good or bad it is, but we'll be interested to try it out. And we're getting to it, because I'm sure I'm running out of time. People call this a classic. I don't know, because I've never played it. It is Jammin', and it's Toe Jammin' Earl. Looks kind of slow moving, but people swear by it, so I'm really curious to try it out in 2-player. I have played this. I enjoy it. It's one of the better early pinball games. It's Dragon's Revenge, which this was it Dragon's Curse or something like that on the PC Engine. This is the port of that, so if you play that game, you know about this. Oh yeah, I was very pleased to pick up this because I've never seen this one before in the Mega Drive. Fatal Fury, of course, port of the Neo Geo game. Somehow I think not quite as good as the Neo Geo, but it would be interesting to see how well the Mega Drive pulls that off. And 2 more. So we have a classic. I did quite enjoy this back in the day. I'm not too sure how well it'll hold up. It's Pac-Mania. Kind of isometric Pac-Man. I think you can jump over ghosts because you can't see the full maze. And as I said, I've played this back in the day. I'm really curious to see how it holds up. Not in the Mega Drive, mind you. I can't remember what format it was. And finally, another pinball game to finish it off, and it is Crew Ball. And never played this. I'm curious how this stacks up now compared to, what was it, Dragon's Revenge. I'd imagine Dragon's Revenge is the better game, but this has got music by Motley Crue, so how can they go wrong? Probably a lot of ways it can go wrong. So there we go. That was a massive pile of, I don't know, better part of 30 games, maybe 25, something like that. All, you know, really good price there from Ninja Bear Hug. And we used the Partial Motel service, if anyone has ever heard of that, where you basically have a kind of a UK address, and then they deliver it down from up in Northern Ireland to the Republic. So that dramatically cuts down on shipping. Highly recommend it if you've never heard it or never used it. I've used it quite a few times now, and every time it's been pretty much flawless. And it's between places that won't ship and the price you'll save is just so worth it. But anyway, thanks again to Darren for the trade and to Stu Ninja Bear Hug for the excellent Mega Drive bundle. If I don't see you again before Christmas, have a happy holidays and a wonderful new year. If I actually get the energy to make another video, scratch that last comment and we'll save it for then. Bye for now.